Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back once again. The story we are going to tell today is called Thrust. So let's start without any delay. An old man who is going around his house. But meanwhile, he sees something strange falling from the sky. He immediately stopped his car and got out. Just then there was a loud explosion. He went a little closer and his eyes fell on an egg. Perhaps this is the thing that fell from the sky. So he immediately starts filming it. Then he returned to his car, but as we can clearly observe in this scene, around the specific spot where the egg had fallen, there is a considerable amount of fire burning intensely. Perhaps something else also fell from above along with it. But this old man doesn't care when he moved his car a few meters forward. Then an unknown thing attacked him and he blinked his eyes. It drank all the blood of the man it killed. Well, now the story shifts its setting to a vast desert where, in the center, we can clearly see several tents where local people live and who ensure that visitors thoroughly enjoy safaris here. But they have implemented some specific rules, like requiring everyone to independently complete their own work and not to use any kind of digital devices or technology. In the group, there were some people including a boy named Roth. He had arrived here just a few days ago and therefore does not have much information about this place. After a short while, a helicopter lands there, from which some guys and girls emerge. Actually, these people had come here for a trip, because they wanted to have some adventures, and there was a boy with them who was a bit rude and had an attitude. This boy wouldn't even lift his own stuff, as Andre from Dio says. You have to do your own work here, no servants will come here. After this, we see the pilot telling the group leader, Claire, that he is leaving now. He will return only when their trip is over because these are the rules, and in the meantime, don't make any calls in any way. Saying that, he flew away. Then Claire explained the rules to everyone, which I have already told you earlier. No one is allowed to use anything here. We have to stay as close to nature as possible, feel nature as much as possible, and embrace nature within ourselves. So everyone put their phones in polyethylene bags. Then Claire told them that our first destination is 15 miles from here, in which Arn and his team will accompany us. So let's start the truck without wasting time. Now, midway, Arn tells everyone some things, like you shouldn't walk continuously here because this place is very hot. And in such a situation, you'll get very thirsty if you drink too much water, you'll get exhausted quickly, so walk slowly and keep enjoying your journey. Everyone listens to his words attentively, but Rout was walking behind everyone. Courtney, the girl walking ahead of Rout, didn't like that he was walking behind her. Therefore, she tells him to proceed, which Rout finds strange since it's only his. He did it for Ko and, after walking all day, they found a good spot to stay. So they could spend the night here, but this idea was not right because after everyone went to sleep, Aaron heard some disturbance. To find out what it was, when he went outside, he saw a wild horse herd moving towards them, which could pass over them at any time, so he hurriedly evacuated everyone from their tents. Hearing its cries outside, everyone got extremely scared, but one by one, the people came out, but Courtney was still in her tent. And Rothforen went to her and quickly brought her out. This made everyone scared because something might happen to them on the first night. No one had thought that the latter boy would become angry on the spot, questioning what exactly those people were doing and how they would ensure their safety. She calms him down and then asks everyone to pack their belongings because this place is not particularly safe for them. Now, with the light of dawn, these people start their journey again. Slowly, day by day, these people reach their destination. And this destination was the same place where the egg had come and fallen. They had all worked so hard to come and see that very thing. Because everyone had only heard about it, no one had seen it, nor had they had the courage to see it, not knowing what was its nature. Rout also receives a call from the same old man there, in which he gets that video and in which there was a very clear picture of the egg. But there was also something large and circle-like, inside which some white liquid was growing, and they have no idea what all these things were. Meanwhile, Arn examines the surrounding objects there. He had become a CID officer, so he saw a car there. Inside was a corpse that had completely dried up. Yes, it was the same old man who had seen the egg first. He tells Bear and Clear that we should return as soon as possible because this place seems extremely dangerous. But Clear tells him that he can't abandon his trip midway like that. Cannot be done because they have signed the agreement and they could also go to jail. It's possible that their travel guide license could also get cancelled. And that's why forget everything we've seen. Yes, Rod should not find out anything about this. Sonnen is very angry with him because he hadn't thought about. He had prepared everything in advance, but arguing is pointless now as these people are near that place with tonight's steak. Meanwhile, the boy with that attitude goes into the jungle for the washroom. Seeing this, Orith tells Ross, "You go with him." He refuses to stay and leaves alone. Later, when Arun discovers his departure, she scolds him a lot. And says that it's our responsibility, how could you let him go like this? Saying this, she goes to him, but even here, the boy plays around with her a lot. But friends, in this scene, we see the same monster chasing that girl, which emerged from the same egg that fell from space. Now that monster is the one who would confront her, telling her to run, but that monster now attacks Arun. And his own dad burrows into her and starts drinking all her blood. When others hear her screams, they immediately go to her. But by then he had killed Arun. By seeing his condition, everyone became terrified. But Raud explains to them that there is nothing to fear. He knows a secluded place where everyone stays safe until dawn, then they depart for camp, as he instructs them to follow. After a while, these people arrived at a cave that was very large. Seeing that, Raud said that now everyone is safe here. But then, a boy touches something resembling a lizard because it was scattered throughout the cave. Seeing this, the boy's breath catches. Friends, this cave was home to the monster who has now arrived. Realizing this, everyone fled, risking their lives. But in the end, a boy gets trapped in its trap, although Raud tries his best to save him in any circumstance. However, the monster drags him and ultimately takes him away. After all that happens, these people decide that by nightfall they will reach their 20 kilometers destination where everything began, because upon reaching there, they believe they are safe. They keep moving stealthily and then reach the same place again where the egg had fallen. At that moment, Roth saw the old man's car, and after seeing it, he clearly asked, "Did you know about this thing?" he asked. He replied yes, and after learning, he became very angry because he realized that this thing had endangered countless lives. Up to their uncle, people were killed because of something, and therefore he took full control into his own hands. He became the leader himself so he could handle everything personally. First of all, he safely takes everyone to the camp. There, he collects everyone's phones so he can quickly call his team. The delay means Urak cannot hunt them today as Chop and Kal Suba are coming to capture them. Now, all the people have returned to their camps. Then Roth tells them that we have to stay in this place because it is the safest spot for us in the entire forest. But perhaps he was wrong because there is someone else out there apart from them who is attacking them. Yes, that same monster has now reached there. It tried to make a boy its prey, but somehow Roth manages to save him. Having taken everyone, he came to the cottage, but everyone's condition is very bad. No one has the courage left to drive them out of this place. At that moment, Roth remembered that the two girls who were with them were nowhere to be seen. When that monster suddenly attacked them, Roth came here taking everyone with him. Clearly, along with that, a girl got trapped in the washroom and is still stuck in the same place. But she cannot protect herself from the monster's sight for much longer, because the monster has sensed them and is moving toward them. Seeing this, Roth runs to help them. But that arrogant boy stops him from doing so. By doing so, he puts himself and others' lives at risk. Roth is accountable for their safety. To take them back home, he starts driving them out and begins shooting at the other site. This distracts the monster's attention, and the two girls start running this way. But unfortunately, Clara was left behind. Her partial body remained outside the gate because the monster had caught her by her head, into which everyone is very. They tried, but he wouldn't let go. Then Roth shot him, causing him to leave and run away. But by then, it was too late because the monster had drained more than half of his blood, and now his life was about to end. Eventually, she seeks punishment from Raj for her own mistakes, because it's her fault that today they are all in trouble. If she had seen that dead man's body and turned back, none of this would have happened. Now, with Claire's death, Rod will be completely broken. It breaks because he lost both of his close people within just a few hours. But the arrogant girl doesn't care about it. So he was holding those people responsible for everyone's lives being at risk, and while listening to this, when Rout gets dizzy, he puts a gun to his head and says that if he doesn't stay quiet now, he'll kill him right here. And then he tells everyone again that we have to spend the night here by any means. If we go outside, it will become difficult. Savi understood his words because she is currently the most knowledgeable about this jungle. Late at night, Courtney and Rout converse as he shares stories from his childhood. He had no one with him at Purvis except his uncle, who raised him with love and care. But now he isn't with him either. Hearing this, Courtney says that he also has no one in this world, completely alone, and somehow began to like each other, so they understand each other better. In the morning, the patrol arrives, but the pilot was not willing to take them, because he first wanted to meet Claire and Aaron. But Rout starts trying to explain to him that we have to flee from here because this place is very dangerous, but he was not willing to comply as the pilot. When he saw Claire's corpse, he realized. He told everyone to sit down and then to barricade. But he couldn't escape because the monster from below had grabbed him and held him. Now, seeing this thing, everyone also gets scared. Meanwhile, Rout made a girl his prey, fired at her a few times, but he didn't leave her, so she jumped from the chopper. And also told his companions to storm them. The pilot also became his prey, but at the last moment, he made the chopper collide with a boulder, causing the entire. People think the chopper was burned to ashes and the monster killed. Byron explains that his friend has a nearby farmhouse. They should go there, maybe he can do something for them. But that arrogant boy was no longer willing to walk because he was tired. Roth explains that everyone here is tired except you. So, have courage, but he was very foolish. He did the opposite, raising his hand at Rout and fighting him, claiming the heavy beating was too much if he wants. Then he can leave or stay here, death awaits him. Now they reach the farmhouse where Roth's companions offer their hands to him. Upon seeing Alat, she asks about him. He explains, so she calls the police while noises occur outside. When Roth goes outside, he sees that the same arrogant boy is escaping in a car. Seeing this, Rout tries to stop him, but he pushes him and makes him fall. And drives away the car at full speed. He thinks that's great, maybe he'll escape, but from the other side, the monster comes in. He clashes fiercely with Jor, then pulls out the girl's arm and mercilessly kills her. All of this is witnessed by Dorrout and Batisi, who are sitting nearby. But the monster saw her and stabbed her. They are entering with guns as others come out. By then, he had fled with Curtis. In the meantime, Wrath comes to his senses and, with Denim, learns Curtis was taken away. Hearing this, he becomes furious and decides he will rescue her with the support of both of them. But instead of going with her, he decides to stay here. Actually, Denim's plan was that they would lay a trap so that if Wrath comes after him, he would get caught and killed in it. He goes into the same cave where the monster lives, where his home is, with full preparations. He saw that the monster's child was slowly drinking Curtis's blood there. Seeing this, he becomes furious, his friends killed and the monster taking Curtis's child's blood. In anger, he shoots her. But when the monster's mother hears the sound of that bullet, she goes crazy because when she saw her dead child, she became thirsty for blood. The disease was not insignificant. She blew up the cave and then fled on a bike with Curtis. That monster isn't one to give up easily. Meanwhile, Denim explained we can kill her two ways, with electricity or otherwise. And with a second blast, both set up an excellent trap, and meanwhile, the monster comes and catches Denim. So Rad distracted its attention and led it to the same current wire, but it didn't have much effect. Then he saw Sophia heading towards the explosive area with a truck. He scolded Sophia because her life could be in danger. But she didn't listen to him and went into the explosive trap with the monster. There was a collision and an explosion in which Sophia was killed. But friends, the monster is still alive, meaning no one knows what it's made of. Seeing this, Raj realizes that its body is very strong. It's extremely strong. You can't kill it like this. You have to damage it from the inside. So what did he do? He took a bomb and placed it inside its tentacles so that it would be injured from within. Now, as soon as the bomb explodes, the monster's tentacles fly off. And finally, following the struggle, it was killed, and Raj's children and companions breathed a sigh of relief. Sophia called first to inform them, but possibly they were delayed. If she arrived earlier, I could have saved her life. And with that, the story ends here. Let us know how you liked the story by commenting. See you in the next video.